Welcome to the Water Cooler Podcast, episode 1. Boys, finally here.
My dog.
Excited.
What's up?
I'm your host, Tyler Howland. Here with me is Jonathan J. Dub Wilson, co-host, and also Cody C. Ron Reynolds. A lot to get into today, boys.
I'm excited, man.
Before we start, though, we've been super into card breaks right now.
Yeah.
Insane in the card breaks.
My house looks like a UPS store, sending out cards everywhere right now.
So Cody started ripping cards, baseball cards mostly, and I
kind of want to explain what card breaks
Yeah,
are.
you started.
Yeah, like basically, I'm on this app. It's called Whatnot, and people pay money to buy a bid, and I spin a wheel that picks a team, random teams with different games here and there. And it's like crack to these people, bro. Like they buy these
crack
teams.
to me, and I don't even buy to you.
Yeah,
It's just like
it's
to
like
watch.
everybody's trying to get action. They're all chasing certain baseball cards. Like Jackson Holliday's a big one. Ellie De La Cruz, Shohei Ohtani. Like so, everybody's trying to get these, and basically we rack them, and then I sell all the spots, break them all, and I mean it's turning into like a full-time job for me. I'm grinding. Like I said, dude, my apartment's like a UPS store with packages. These mail people are looking at me like I'm crazy when I'm bringing stuff in, but it's a cool little system and getting into it and trying to collect a little bit and sell. It's been fun.
Yeah, so like essentially sorry to cut you off, Tyler, but they bid for the team.
Yeah.
Let's say like I get the Angels.
Yeah.
So after all the teams have been taken,
I rip these cards,
you did like boxes of
ripping
packs.
cards, open up the
Yeah.
packs, and basically if you bought the Angels, anything Angels comes out, it's yours.
So you
Anything
pack like
Dodgers.
1 of 5 Mike Trout, it's mine.
Yeah, like the big card I pulled the other day was a Zach Neto of the Angels, actually, 17 of 25. I pulled a of 25 for Jackson Holiday. Actually, Tyler won it.
Yeah.
The Brooks
I
Lee.
pulled a Brooks Lee. There's only 10 cards, 7 of 10, and it's a Brooks
That's
Lee.
insane.
It was one of 7. It was number 7 in the pack of 10. Only 10 in the whole tops thing. So I pulled that. That was a big card. There's cards with pieces of bats in it, pieces of jerseys in it. It's just this whole world, and it's just fun to I'm still just learning, but I got the bug for it right now.
Dude,
So essentially, go ahead. Because I'm going to keep cutting you off, Tyler. Go ahead.
I spent $250 in the last 2 weeks.
There you go. There you go.
And I was lucky enough to get that Jackson Holiday out of 25 card, which I think fueled my addiction.
Yeah, because
like gambling.
you're in the black right now.
Yeah.
It's
You're like
literally
spinning a
gambling
slot
with cards.
machine.
Because everybody's trying to predict who's going to be good. Like there's like 18-year-old kids these dudes are chasing that are in the pros, and it's like the money that's being like if I told these 18-year-old kids that someone I'm selling like.
Yeah.
You want to buy on a guy that you think's going to be a stud. in
Leo
4
DeVries
years? Yeah,
on the
Leo-
Padres.
Yeah, like Leo DeVries is the big one. There's a few of them, man, and it's been fun. It's kind of expanded my knowledge on I know baseball as far as like who's in the show and stuff and things like that. But now I'm like digging into some of these minor leaguers and stuff because these people love it, man.
Yeah, so you think of a dream of like, oh, if I win this team for $15, I go and pack up, Jackson Holiday out of 5, I can sell it for $400 or $500. I just made $500 off, bidding $15. That's kind of where the addiction.
Yeah, and the card market right now, like it's crazy. I go to these. I just in the last year and a half, there's these card shows I used to go to with our buddy Andrew Leday, and he would take me to these card shows. They would give us the tickets to go, like because they just want people there.
Yeah.
And there'd be like 100 people, 200 people maybe in the hall at the Tuscany Casino here off the Strip. This last one we went to, the line, it was at the Rio, so a bigger hotel. The place that always gave us the tickets, I went there to go get them. They're like, yeah, sorry, we're out. We don't have them. I'm like, what? Hey, you guys always are like begging me to go. Now I can't get tickets from you.
Right.
We ended up having to buy tickets. First time I've ever had to buy tickets to the show. The line was all the way through the casino. It was packed. There's hot chicks there. There's people of all ages. There's a few celebrities there. I'm like, what? It's changed. The whole world is different. It's crazy.
All for cards.
All for cards, dude. They're like, it's gambling. It's stock market. It's like all of that into one, and it's sports. Like it's fun, and you get to imagine I guess that's what the stock market is with businesses, right? Like you're watching businesses, things, and that's why guys buy and sell whatever. For us, it's like sports stock market, right? Like if we were at this going into I know we're gonna talk Super Bowl, but like Eagles won the Super Bowl. We hopped on eBay and we started seeing Jalen Hurts cards, literally selling that second for crazy money,
Right.
because
He's
he's
a Super Bowl
a Super Bowl winner, Super Bowl MVP now, and people were firing off and wanting to buy his cards up, thinking the value, because now Now he's won one. What if he wins two? Goes up,
Right.
goes up, right? So it's all like stock market. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, I feel the addiction crazy because I wake up at 9 a.m. like 2 hours earlier than I like to.
I got 2 packages today in the mail. I know what it's about. It's
So I literally watch your stream from 9 a.m. until I have to go to practice.
Right.
Like I'm pulling up to practice, like watching,
yeah.
and I'm
Just
like,
to see.
Don't text the driver.
and I'm like, hey, I'm turning this off. Like,
Yeah.
I'll catch you later. And I'm trying to get back on after. So I can't even imagine what some of these crazy.
It's been fun,
fans
dude.
do.
It's fun, dude. It's a lot of fun, and there's a rush to it when people are bidding high and trying to grab something. It's like, man, I get all into it. And I'm talking to people in Minnesota, New Jersey, Tennessee, Texas, like people all over the world. We're just BSing, sharing baseball stories, and it's a lot of fun.
Or like the last 3 teams, like Dodgers, Pirates, Reds. It's like,
It's on.
whoo.
I gotta tell them, get permission from the wife. There's gonna be a big charge, like start bidding, you know. So it's been a lot of fun. I enjoy it a lot.
Well, dude, let's get into Super Bowl. Obviously, crazy blowout.
I would like to just say, there was only one of the 3 of us that got the Super Bowl prediction correct. I'm gonna let our host Tyler here let us know who that
I was
was.
just about to get there. Super Bowl 40-22, Eagles over Chiefs. J-Dub did correctly pick that the Eagles would win the game. Cody and I were on the Chiefs. We're going to get into some where we were right and where we were wrong. I want to start with Saquon Barkley.
Dog, man.
59 yards on 23 carries, I think, is what it was. I mean, I knew he wouldn't be a factor, but I said my thing was the Eagles will win if they get out to an early lead and if Hurts can make the big throws.
Yeah.
He got press coverage, he got one-on-ones, and he hit them. He hit the throws, right? But where I was watching the game at one of our friends, literally after the second drive, it was only like 7-0. I go, this is Tampa Bay, Kansas City all over because it was 4 men. It was 4 dudes on that D-line that were going at Mahomes like he owed him money, and they were animals, and he didn't have the time. It was the dead same game as that Super Bowl, and me being a Raider fan, when our Raiders have beaten the Chiefs the few times, it's that.
Yeah.
We're rushing them with 4,
Yeah.
and they can't block us, and Mahomes anybody turns real human, but Mahomes especially, he's human. If you can get there with 4, got 7 in coverage, it was beautiful.
Well, if you noticed,
that was dominating.
I mean, if you noticed, he wasn't comfortable the entire game. Like, he's trying to step up. He doesn't, like, he's off balance. Like, it was a Mahomes that, like, no one was used to seeing. And, like, shout out to the Eagles D-line, man. Like, I saw a meme there. I wish we could pull it up, but it was like the Eagles D-line when they had to face Mahomes. And it's just like, you ever seen the Avengers when he's slamming Loki back and forth? That's what they posted, like, Mahomes' head on it. I was like, I mean, yeah, they tore him up. Shout out to Cooper DeJean, too. That kid played his heart out. So.
Yeah, pick 6 in the Super Bowl.
But if I told you Saquon Barkley has 53 yards all-purpose, you would tell me the Chiefs would be up 3 scores, right?
But I would have said what's they're taking is Hurts making.
But I'm saying with if you told a Chiefs fan that without showing the box score, I'd be excited.
You probably said, yeah. I mean, I was looking at the box score after the game, and I know the Chiefs added some there at the end, but the numbers weren't too crazy. It was just the sacks and the turnovers were the big difference.
And I think Mahomes had like 24 yards through the air, almost getting close to halftime, and it was
At
just
halftime.
like, this is not good.
So
He had 20 dropbacks, and he was hurried 12 times, I believe, in the first half. Like, that's
insane.
Even when you're the 8 that they said weren't hurries, like, he's expecting pressure, so it speeds everything up.
What to me that was also like the Eagles are just getting disrespectful now. I want to say it was to open the third quarter. I think it was. They get a pick or a turnover downs. I forgot what it was. You're thinking this is about to be just handoff, Saquon, and he runs a play action, just bombed. Was it to AJ? No, it was to Devonta Smith.
Yeah.
Just like they don't care. Like we're about to run the score up. Like
so just to clarify, Saquon 25 carries, 57 yards. And I think the game plan for the Chiefs was make Jalen Hurts beat us, and he did.
And then obviously they
defense.
did not plan on not being able to
score
to protect Mahomes on a 4-man rush. I
They
mean,
didn't score to the fourth quarter, correct? It was the bomb.
No, it was like 30-6 in the third. I thought
they got to 40-6 at one point. I think they had 6 in the.
They went for 2 and then did
towards the end of half.
In the third quarter, they scored. They were down 27-0, and I think scored to make it 27-6.
Yep.
And then, or it was like 24-6, something like that.
Yeah.
And then Yeah, because the second half was like 22-16. I know that. So yeah.
And then I think with the NFL, we like to say quarterback coach combos is like a good bet, which it usually is.
Yeah.
But I think Nick Saban would be a little mad at us because the game is won in the trenches.
Defense.
You know, D-line, O-line. I thought the Chiefs' offensive line was a top 10 offensive line in the league. They looked awful.
It came down to just who wanted it more at the line of scrimmage, realistically, because they got dominated all night long. All night long.
They
Mahomes
did
had no
change at
time.
halftime. They didn't even try to run the ball, which I'm shocked. I think if the Chiefs probably watched the film and they look back, they're like, man, we didn't even come out. If they were going to rush 4 guys, we got to be able to run the ball. And they didn't even try.
I also want to touch on a little bit of Kelsey was very underwhelming as well.
Dropped 2 balls.
Yep.
I mean, he didn't have much action until the fourth quarter either, and it's like, that's your best playmaker. Like, I get
Take
he
the fourth
balls.
quarter out. That game was 40-6.
I get it.
And the Eagles put in the JV.
So, but, to me, this is where, like, I mean, we had a who's the backup quarterback for the Eagles? It's
Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett sightings. He threw a horrible pass, by the way. But anyways, yeah, I mean, if you're the Chiefs, like, I get he dropped 2 balls. That's your best playmaker, though. Get Kelsey the ball.
Yeah.
And they did. Dallas Goedert had an okay game, but again, the Eagles they didn't have to throw the ball anymore. So, like, offensively, the Eagles didn't do much because they didn't have to.
They didn't have to. And they still scored
And still scored
16.
Yeah, I mean, they almost covered the over themselves. So it's like,
yeah, it definitely was. It was one of those where right when the game got going, probably like the second Chiefs drive, I went, I made the wrong bet. Like I knew if I could, that's where betting live. I knew it was like, oh, this isn't good. They're not. It was one of those like. I went off my history. I went 20 years of betting against Tom Brady, and I told myself I'm not going to do it again with Mahomes. I'm not gonna go another 20 years betting against this guy. I did it with Brady. I hit a couple times with those giant Super Bowls, but like betting against Brady, I was just like, that's not what I'm going to do again with Mahomes. But the Eagles, man, defense wins championships.
I think it was was it a pick 6 or a fumble for? It was a fumble for 6 by the Eagles. It was a pick 6, right?
Cooper DeJean.
Yeah, like when that made it 17-0, I was like, this is gonna get ugly.
And then one of those other picks he threw, I was like, there wasn't a Chief anywhere near. He was
the one he threw to Cooper DeJean, he was super off balance. I'm like, Mahomes never doesn't make that mistake, and he just was not comfortable. So I gotta try to squeeze.
Chris Collinsworth and Tony Romo probably had a bad Sunday night. Nobody gobbles Mahomes more than those two, and they were probably just crushed. Well, Brady was loving it.
When Brady's in attendance, Mahomes don't win.
Yeah, that's it. That's the line.
Yeah. Okay. So last thing on Super Bowl, where does this put Mahomes in the legacy discussion, and where does Jalen Hurts get to kind of in this era of football?
I mean, Hurts has been to 2. It's impressive, right? 2 in 4 years or something like that. So he's on a nice little run. Yeah. I think the Brady winning 7, it kind of like
and beat Mahomes
and beat Mahomes. But like Brady winning 7, it makes like Hurts being to 2 sound like bad. Like that's amazing.
Well, I meant like where's Mahomes legacy wise, and where's
to
Hurts?
Me I hear people on TV. The Mahomes is that debate's over.
Yeah, conversation's right.
Brady was getting blown out one time and he came back and won.
Is Mahomes top 5 all time as of right now?
All time.
I think he's still in discussion. I think he's in
the discussion, but I still got Montana.
Okay.
Montana won 4, didn't lose any.
4 for 4.
I mean, this is twice now that Mahomes has gotten blown out in the big game.
Yeah.
And it's like the 40-22 doesn't represent how that game went.
And if I'm sitting here and go, well, his offense line, well, you know what? But when they're blocking for you and you're throwing bombs and having all day to throw, and no one's saying, well, you're only doing it because of that. So you got to take that with the good. He's gotten blown out twice in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, when the O line holds up and he's playing well, it's Mahomes. When he's playing bad, it's like his O line sucks. Like you can't do that.
You can't have both.
It's got to be one or the other.
Right.
You know,
so you'd say arguable top 5?
I think he's in the conversation, but as far as the Brady Mahomes conversation, that's got to be that's a wrap. That's wraps. Brady's never gotten his doors blown off. Like you said, when he did, he came back and won the game. So like,
but it's a year, right? Like if Mahomes is at the next 2,
and wins 1 or 2,
I still don't think he's. I mean,
if he goes like 4 or 5 in a row, like
sure.
but right now,
Yeah.
Yeah, if he rattles off another one this next year and wins it, the conversation will start
I
to
mean,
begin.
3 and
but-
4 years would be amazing. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's
And you'd say top 10 for sure.
top,
Five.
probably I don't like him because I'm a Raider fan, but he's top 10.
Yep.
But to me, his discussion now is with him and Montana. I mean, Montana went 4-0, never threw a pick.
Yep.
Mahomes.
I mean, I saw a statistic that Mahomes has thrown more interceptions in 5 Super Bowls than Brady has thrown in 10,
Oh, that's pretty wild.
which is insane. Like, is the lights too bright for Mahomes? I don't want to go that route,
No,
but it's
I
like
mean, it's not that. It's just it's everybody wants to crown a guy. It's so quick, and
yeah.
it's like I find it, especially with this new era of guys, like everybody's trying. Like they did it with Durant,
Yeah.
and it's like Durant's not even in the same conversation as like LeBron.
Kobe
and,
LeBron,
and they do it with some of these
Anthony Edwards, Shy.
You know,
Like, all these guys are
these
great
GOAT
now.
debates.
But,
It's like let the career play out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mahomes still ain't even 30.
no.
Yep.
So Brady went 11 years without one.
Yeah.
Like he had 2 separate Hall of Fame careers. Like it's crazy, right? So to me they got to do like if Mahomes' career ended today, he's not in the conversation. If it just ended like he's done, like he's just done, right? Like
Yeah.
it's not. So we got to see it play out, but.
Yeah.
I've always said, and I feel like it's finally coming to fruition. He signed that monster contract, and NFL does have a salary cap. And you're hearing they came out like the Chiefs like got ranked low by the players, like their practice facility, their locker room, all that stuff. And now you got like he's making a ton of
They
money,
gave him $500 million.
right? Like he's making a ton of money. Kelsey's making a lot of money. They got a couple of, you know what I mean? And it's like. Now, yeah, you don't get to have a badass left tackle. You don't get to have a badass right tackle. You don't get to have 3 All-Pros along your O-line and this. They got Chris Jones. They pay a ton of money to.
We're gonna have to pay George Karlaftis.
You're gonna lose guys, right? And
Yep.
and that's why it's like, oh, he has no receivers. Well, he takes a lot of freaking money to not have a receiver.
I mean, granted, they did lose Rashi Rice for the year,
Yeah.
which could have been. I mean, again,
He looked like
I don't think it changes
He was
much.
trending up though.
Yeah, but I don't think it changes much because
But that's
he
the
had a
shit.
second
That's
to
the
the
stuff.
side.
They got him. He was a guy with character issues. Those came to head. That's their fault. They draft guys with character issues. That's the thing. Tyreek Hill punching his pregnant girlfriend
They got-
when they drafted him.
they got-
He fell to them because of that.
They got Tony and he just got arrested.
Yeah, you saw
Yeah,
that.
so
For
you know what I'm
strangling
saying?
a
Like
woman.
they're taking risk on these talented guys, but it's because it's guys that have character defaults that they got to make less money to play, and they want to play with Mahomes, which is cool. Like Hopkins went there, Juju goes there. Like they get aging guys or young guys on rookie deals.
Yeah.
That's part of the game you're gonna have to deal with.
Like they can't go get like a T. Higgins, who's arguably about to be a free agent. They can't go trade for Jamar Chase. They can't try to get a Justin Jefferson.
And if you're any of those teams, you're gonna help the Chiefs.
No, exactly not.
Unless
You
you're
can't
the
go get
Bills.
a
The
Devontae
Bills
Adams.
the Bills seem to be the only team that want to help the Chiefs. But other than that, it's like
But it's like a Stephon Diggs would have they don't have the money to allocate towards that because they gave Mahomes the keys of the dynasty.
right. So you gotta write. You're gonna have some holes on the line, and that's
Which I
It'll
mean
catch up.
he's paid he's paid the contract off already. The Chiefs have made all that money back.
I'd be
plus some.
curious, kind of where they go from here
Yeah.
to close on it. For me, is
Yeah.
like, how much longer does Andy Reid coach, and what does Mahomes look like
Without
after
Andy Reid.
Yeah.
That would be. I want to see.
I think it's gonna be like a Brady situation though. Brady left Bill Belichick was still good. I think he's gonna be fine. But
I mean, Brady only played a couple seasons though.
again, but he wouldn't win a Super Bowl without
Yeah.
Bill. So like,
But it's. I mean, I'd be interested because like.
if he goes somewhere else,
Mahomes
and
came
falls
into
off.
like an 11-5 team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex Smith.
Yeah,
was-
they were already good.
They were winning with Alex Smith.
Yeah.
And Andy Reid's kind of always won, and he came into 11-5 team and took him over the hump, right?
Yeah.
Like got him over the hump
Yeah.
and got him to that elite level. So I'd be interested to see like where that goes because the Chiefs before Mahomes and before Andy Reid were bad. Like
Yeah, it
they
wasn't
were
great.
bad.
Yeah, it wasn't
Bad.
Yeah.
great. I mean, do you see a world where like, let's say Andy Reid does retire, right? Let's say we're a couple years down the line, like, is there a world the Chiefs ever trade Mahomes?
No,
No,
I don't
right?
think
He's
so.
the face of the Chiefs, right?
Yep.
no.
Yeah, I don't think
He
so.
owns part of the Royals. Like there's no shot.
I mean, people thought Luka was we'll talk about that later, but
Luka ain't Patrick Mahomes.
to speak a little bit on Jalen Hurts, because I feel like we've just been kind of going on.
Yeah,
on Mahomes.
just real quick. So so for Jalen Hurts, I kind of want to cater this to like where does he stack up with Lamar, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, that kind of next group below Mahomes.
Yeah.
He's the only one with a Super Bowl now. He's got a Super Bowl MVP. He doesn't have the regular season MVPs like Allen now has and like Lamar has. But where is he? Is he in that second group now? Is he below that second
Go
group?
ahead, Jacob. I got something I want to say on that.
So, like to me, like I told myself, if they win the Super Bowl, I don't think it moves the needle at all for Hurts. Like he just wins them. But he took over this game as far as like running on the ground, which I didn't realize 72 yards on the ground for a quarterback. That was the record. Like he holds the record now, which
He had the record before.
but
70
it
yards.
blows my mind though. Like
The other
dual threats just not a thing really for Super Bowls as of lately. Like I know back in the day, dual threats wasn't really a thing. So like 72 yards doesn't seem like much. But again, we don't have like Lamar in the bowl. We didn't have, Michael Vick never made it like on the so those type of guys. But Cam again. So like I told myself if he wins this, it's not going to move the needle. But the performance that he put on, in my opinion, and granted his defense was amazing, but the way he played and made the big throws that we spoke about, was running the ball in spots he needed to, was playing smart with the ball. Like it looked like a complete quarterback in the Super Bowl. So I think it moves him a little bit. I don't think he's better than Lamar. I don't think he's better than Josh Allen. I don't think he's better than Burrow. I think he's better than Justin Herbert at this point.
Yep.
And I think that's who. Is there anybody else in that same tier with those guys?
CJ Stroud.
He's better than CJ Stroud now. CJ Stroud he came down to earth for sure this year.
Yeah.
But you said you think he's better than who?
I think he's better than Lamar.
Better than Lamar?
Now, this is the thing, like Lamar and Allen and Burrow, they're all killing each other, right? Like, who's Jalen Hurts' comp, and who's his competition?
Like
not Jaden Daniels, but that's really...
It's like Matthew Stafford, Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
And Jaden Daniels just...
Well, Matthew Stafford's not even in there.
Jared Goff.
Yeah, Jared.
I'll take Hurts over all those guys. And Stafford's great. Rams are super young on D, and they had injuries and stuff, but like...
I mean, it's just Jaden Daniels now, in my opinion. Maybe Jordan Love.
But it's Hurts. Hurts is the best guy in the NFC, so he has a chance to keep going.
Yeah.
And Howie Roseman and the Eagles, they run that team so well, like, they're going to always just be good.
Yeah. I mean, does Kyler Murray ever sneak in this conversation at all? Like, he came back a little bit this year. He looked good this year, but as far as, like, NFC dominance, it is Hurts now. I think under him we go, Goff?
I mean, you guys haven't mentioned a guy I kind of have up there, I guess, but it's like Brock Purdy. I mean, that's it.
I think he's more of a game manager, though.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, Hurts ain't gonna have. Who's gonna
stop the Eagles going forward?
Who do you fear for Jalen Hurts and the Eagles? There's nobody.
Washington, if they make the right decisions in the offseason, but
they could be the Texans next year.
I agree, but I'm saying that's the only team that I think has the competence. Or
I'd say the Lions. Even though maybe Jared Goff's not on the level of those quarterbacks, their team is a very good
their
team.
team's stacked.
Yeah, they're not, and they're losing both coordinators.
Yeah.
So is Dan Camp like when I say what do you love about the Lions? Like everybody would say their offensive creativity and Ben Johnson, right?
But their defense as well. Yeah,
but also Aiden Hutchinson got hurt halfway through there. That hurts.
Yeah.
It's fine. But their defense wasn't some. They were like
it doesn't say them
high turnover. They got like crazy amount of turnovers. That's a thing that comes and goes in the NFL.
With Aiden Hutchinson, they don't win against Washington though.
No, probably not. But just having confidence.
But let's say Washington gets Myles Garrett this offseason and trade for him. Like
it doesn't change.
It doesn't move the needle for you.
They're giving up 45 in a playoff. No.
I mean, Chris Jones didn't really do much in the Super Bowl.
I mean,
it would be throughout the season though.
It'd be a good pickup, and then they got Daniels on a rookie deal, so they need to take advantage and put guys like that around him. But I don't fear the Commanders for the Eagles.
Yeah.
The Eagles might keep going for a while.
Run it.
The Cowboys ain't. Saints ain't. Falcons ain't.
I mean, the Cowboys.
Tampa Bay isn't.
The Cowboys, again, I'm a Cowboys hater, but at any point in time, they can get that team together.
I think the next best team, let them get healthy, and their defense is really young, really fast, and they got a lot of first rounders on the D line. The Rams are coming.
Yeah.
The Rams, if they can hold on to Stafford and keep him healthy for one more year, they can make a run in the next. But for the most part, like I still don't think they're better than the Eagles.
They're not. No. The Eagles are.
So that's why I guess what I was saying is like, if I put Lamar in the NFC, do you like Lamar and the Ravens better than the Eagles?
Yes.
Oh,
that's tough.
But so this is my question though. Like,
I'd say yes.
Are we saying that we're not fearing the Eagles because of Jalen Hurts, or fearing the Eagles because of the Eagles? Because if you swap Jaden Daniels and Jalen Hurts, like.
Yeah, but it's not going to be the case.
But I'm just saying, like, do we fear the Eagles because of Jalen Hurts? No.
Part of it.
I don't. You fear them because of how good the team is as a whole.
Yeah, I mean,
If you put Jared Goff on the Eagles, I don't think they don't win the Super Bowl.
I agree with that.
I mean, I think they do still win the Super Bowl.
Oh, I don't.
I do.
Jared Goff on the Eagles this year, I don't think they win it.
Jalen Hurts, dude, he's been to 2 Super Bowls.
I mean, I guess because of the tush push, sure. But if you swap Lamar and Jalen Hurts, they don't win it still.
No.
I would say they win.
I think Lamar plays at his worst in the biggest moments, and I've seen Jalen Hurts play at the best in his
I
moments.
agree with him on the first one, but that one, I think Lamar and the Eagles, they'd win. For sure.
So you put the Ravens in the NFC. The Ravens aren't the best team in the NFC.
I think it'd be them and the Eagles in the NFC Championship game for the next 5 years.
And I would put my money on Hurts playing big in that game over Lamar.
I mean, that's
Not
a
bad,
fair
man.
point. I mean, it's what we've seen so far. Lamar hasn't done much in the big game, or in the biggest games of his career. So
Okay, so moving on. I got a kind of a cool scenario, just kind of play off the Super Bowl. Just had a Super Bowl victory, obviously. If you were a star player, a Jalen Hurts this year, a Patrick Mahomes the year before, let's just say you're a star player, you could pick any sport to win a championship in. Super Bowl, World Series, NBA Finals, World Cup, Stanley Cup. You were the star player, the MVP of the championship. Which one would you want to win?
are we talking as far as like legacy or like money wise? Because like if it was
Personal. Like if you won it and you had that trophy and you were in that sport at that moment, that's
And you're the MVP.
You're
it's
the-
baseball.
you're the
Like,
MVP.
baseball was my life growing up, so like, of course it's gonna be baseball. But if I wanted to make money, I'd pick soccer. I'd want to win a World Cup.
World
but
Cup.
as far as like, I would take the World Series just because if I'm the MVP, like imagine being Trout winning the World Series. Imagine being Ohtani, how he felt. Imagine being Aaron Judge if he wins one. Like
Freddie Freeman.
like being these guys winning the World Series, winning 7 games, helping your team, and all aspects of the game. Like I think I'd have to. And again, I played baseball my entire life. Like baseball is still my first love when it comes to sports. So like I think the baseball.
Okay.
So I got two different answers.
Okay.
The young Cody, the young Big C run, the young Big C run.
Baby pup.
World Series all day. I want to be in Dodger Stadium hitting. Freddie Freeman's moment is the moment I played in my life, my whole life.
Yep.
Walk-off grand slam in the World Series.
Yep.
There's no way anything's better than that, and
I
then
know he's
just dominating. But as a almost 40.
Can I guess before you pick?
Yeah.
Can I guess yours?
Yeah.
Is it golf?
Yes.
Ooh.
I want to win the Masters.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would want to win Augusta
That's dope.
because now I've won Augusta. I'm a member there for life,
Yeah.
and I can go play there anytime I want. Green jacket. I golf. I love to golf. Give me Augusta.
Okay, I like it.
And
I knew
there's,
when you
and
said-
there's money. And there's money.
When you said adult Cody, I said this is golf.
Yeah, give
100%.
me Augusta. Give me hitting a big shot at aiming corner, making a birdie or sinking a hole in one on 16.
Yeah.
Imagine
Crowd
doing like the Tiger Woods fist pump.
Give me any of those Tiger moments that he's had winning it. Give me that now.
Okay, so that's a good one. I didn't even think of that one.
When you said your list, I was like, yes,
yeah.
he doesn't have money.
When he said, I'm telling you, the moment he went young Cody and old Cody, I said, it's golf.
The
Golf
dream
fitness.
was Freddie Freeman, which was crazy,
Yeah.
and I was watching the game at home with my pup, and I just started crying. I was just like in tears. I'm like, that's literally the moment I've replayed in my head.
I mean, a grandson and walk it off in Dodger
against the
Stadium.
Yankees in
Yeah,
Dodger Stadium.
how much better? And he's hurt. Like, how much better of a situation
It
could you
was
ask for
unbelievable.
Freddie
It gives
Freeman?
me chills. Like now, it's literally the moment I dreamed about.
Well,
so
it
bad.
wasn't like a scrape. Like, it was a bomb. Like,
No doubt.
Yeah.
he hit it off. He pointed to the crowd. Nestor knew it. Everybody in the stadium knew it. Like, what a moment that must
What a
have been for
Yeah.
Freddie.
So for me, I think out of the ones that I listed, I think the NBA Finals, and it's not close.
Really.
That's shocking.
So here's why. Number one,
This guy's a former.
He's
Pro baseball
He's
player.
played in the minors, pitched in the minors, and he's picking NBA Finals.
hold on.
Oh,
Let's
Lord.
talk about this. If I were to ask you guys,
But we're saying one, right? You win one.
yeah, then you're the MVP. You're
Okay.
the Finals MVP,
I
right?
think I know why he's going to be
Number one, you have the most impact on the game.
Yep.
There's 5 players on the court. Usually, the person that dominates and wins Finals MVP is a super famous basketball player, right? The World Series MVP could be just some guy that got hot. Hockey, like when the Knights won it, I don't even
Time
remember.
out, though. Time out. You said I'm a star player, so it's not like I just got hot at the World Series. I'm known in baseball. I'm a star player.
That's a fair point.
But you're saying win one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, if I were to ask you who the last 10 World Series MVPs are, how many could you name besides this last year? It's hard, right? But for finals, it's like I remember Jordan went 6 for 6. I know LeBron
Okay,
has
but I understand
4.
that. But so
Like I'm gonna
Yeah,
remember.
but that's my point.
you're talking about
saying winning
megastars,
one.
though.
I understand, but you remember
So if
forever
you
who that
win
final.
one NBA final, it ain't nothing.
Dirk Nowitzki.
It ain't nothing.
But I-
Nobody talks about Dirk.
But I remember the 2011 Finals MVP. I don't remember the 2011 World
Okay,
Series
so let me ask you
MVP.
this though. Let me ask you
Or
this
the
though.
NFL MVP.
You will remember Tiger winning the Masters.
I say-
and Freddie Freeman
that's why-
hitting the World Series.
Okay, but that's why I said golf was good.
Okay.
Okay, but let me ask you this though, to kind of, go back at your answer. Like,
Yeah.
you said, be a star player, win a championship. Not
Which
being
teams
the
would you want?
championship MVP, sure, whatever. So you're telling me you'd rather be like a Shy Gilgeous Alexander, or is that his name?
He hasn't- he
SGA.
hasn't won
I'm just saying, hypothetically, SGA goes and wins it this year. You would rather be SGA in that moment. We're not talking about
Would you rather
megastars.
be Dirk Nowitzki?
But I'm trying to talk about more current things. So like
Sure.
SGA minus the megastars. Like I'm not talking about LeBron, Steph Curry.
Why not? What if Luka won his first one
Well,
this year?
okay,
And he was
but
Finals
There's a
MVP?
good example. Luka.
Okay, so say you'd rather be
In LA.
you'd rather be
Finals MVP?
Luka winning his first NBA Finals or versus Mike Trout winning his first World Series.
Yes.
Mind blowing to me.
Mind-blowing.
Absolute mind blowing.
That's shocking to me.
Yeah.
I
You're
think
a
just trying to
baseball
be
player,
different.
Tyler.
I think you're being an asshole.
I agree. So you'd rather be
I think you're being an
you'd rather
asshole.
be Dirk or Luka winning the first ring than Paul Skeens winning it this year.
Yes.
That's fucking.
You're a pitcher, Tyler. You pitch for a living. You played baseball your whole life. You got drafted to the
This guy's
Phillies.
trying to get
You
clicks.
fucking pitched.
This guy's trying to get
You're
clicks.
taking a goddamn NBA player over what you did for a living?
Brother.
Let us know in the comments who.
Hold on, Tyler. Tell him what you do for a career right now.
Right now, I coach baseball.
Basketball.
I'm
He
gonna
told
play
me
this.
stories of him playing basketball where they didn't even win games.
That's true.
His team would go 0-20.
Tyler, I'm
Hey,
gonna
middle
show
school.
this clip to your players on the team, and I'm gonna see what they think. Oh, our fucking coach wants to be a basketball player?
Listen, being a Finals MVP, you're remembered forever.
No, you're not.
Yes, you are.
Who won it in 2016?
LeBron.
Okay, you're
And the
probably
Finals
right.
MVP.
God
Give me another one.
No, but
Anyways,
Who won in '88?
Yeah.
I wasn't born. Any of the most impact on the game. There's only 5 guys on the court. You play offense
That's
and
fair.
defense.
Okay, that's fine. I think you're wrong, but it's fine.
I like that aspect of it.
Yeah, you,
Because basketball, you do control a lot of your team's destiny, sure. But like nobody's talking about basketball like they would have super like.
I feel like for basketball, you don't even get talked about until you have a bunch. And in my head, it's one. So like
I'm trying to think who are the stars in the league right now with one ring in the NBA.
Like for me, winning the Masters,
one.
like winning one gave
Giannis.
me everything I said.
Giannis has one. Dropped a 50-point triple-double to
Okay,
win the
but
finals.
people don't really even talk about Giannis like that no more. It's Wemby, it's Luka, it's Trae Young, it's LaMelo Ball,
good
it's
example.
SGA, it's
Right.
Anthony Edwards.
Right, but in 10 years, they're going to be like,
No.
oh, here were the run of finals.
If the
They'll
Bucks
say,
never do shit,
they'll
he don't.
say he only won one.
Well, he might win more by
They're
then.
gonna say they shipped him
No,
Dame
but he's
Lillard and
saying
he
if
still
he
couldn't
doesn't.
get it
They're
done.
saying if it's one and done.
If he's done, like
He's
He
a great
doesn't win
player.
another ring.
they'll just say he only won one.
They're
It's
gonna
just
say
like Dirk.
they're gonna say it was a fluke.
That's why I
They
thought-
shipped him-
It's definitely not a fluke.
They
He's
shipped
been
him
the best
Dame
player in
Lillard.
basketball for
They shipped
5
him.
years
They
besides
shipped him
Jokic.
Dame Lillard to Milwaukee, and they still can't get the job done. That's what people are gonna tell you.
Right, yeah,
He wasn't good enough to win. To go to your point, you controlled most of the game. Like
I feel like
They're gonna say he
basketball,
wasn't
you
good
gotta
enough
win a
to
bunch
win.
of them. You gotta win a bunch to it matter.
you
That's
gotta,
one thing.
I think you gotta go to a bunch. You gotta be perennial. Like
You gotta
we're
win
the
like
top
3 or
dogs.
4.
The Bucks were top dogs for 2 seasons, and then the boys over there in
It's just our
Boston had to
opinion.
go ahead and run it over. But so we got golf. Wants to win the Masters. We got wants to win an NBA Finals and a World
Crazy
Series.
to me. So you'd rather be like who's your basketball you'd rather
Yeah.
bring the Blazers a title.
Oh my God, because we never won one.
So you'd rather take the Blazers and win
I'd
versus the
rather
Bears.
Okay.
win the Masters.
Hold on.
I'd rather be on the Dodgers and win a World Series. I'd rather be the quarterback for the Raiders. And then I'm trying to think, and then I would say, let me be like the guard for the Lakers and win it.
Yeah.
You know what? I'd probably rather bring this damn country a World Cup for USA before Lakers winning a title because Kobe won 5, Magic won 5, Shaq won 3. Like,
Give me another
I feel
POW
like
championship before I go win the goddamn NBA Finals.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Don't even go.
Listen, so
I'm
you'd
a champ.
rather.
Wait. I'm a POW champ. You POW
I'm
champ?
POW champ.
That's
You're
for-
POW
that-
champ?
That's for another. That's for another podcast.
I'm a champ.
Hey, speaking about NBA Finals,
No, hold on. You would rather take the Blazers.
I've said yes.
I get
times.
He said
it, but
yes.
you wouldn't rather go on the Mariners Game 7, throw a complete game shutty, give me the
Awesome.
fucking ring.
That'd be awesome. Now you're talking about me playing for my hometown team.
So
That's
what are you
I'm
taking?
saying. That's what I'm
Mariners or the Blazers?
I thought we were just talking general popularity, being remembered.
Dude, we're digging into the question, brother.
You would be a legend in Seattle forever. They put a
Okay,
statue
because
up.
Seattle has never won a
But
championship,
that's the question.
I would rather be on the Mariners than be on the Blazers.
Okay.
But if it's like Lakers versus Yankees, I'd rather be on the Lakers. The Yankees have won 27 fucking championships.
Next topic, dude.
The
I'm
Lakers have
getting
won
flustered.
16, but still. Okay, well, speaking of NBA Finals and basketball, Luka, debut for the Lakers.
I've watched my first Lakers games this year. I'm a known LeBron hater, and I wasn't a fan of AD. And when the trade happened, I got on Facebook, going back and forth with all my people back home that like the Lakers. Some of my guys were mad, some were happy.
Yeah.
It was cool. It's not cool, I guess, but I was like, I'll take Luke. Like everybody, some of my buddies were like, I can't believe you traded AD. That was dumb move. And I'm like, I'll take Luka. AD's gonna be hurt at some point, and
First game.
literally, I say it on Facebook. I tell my buddy, AD's gonna get hurt here soon. He always does, and he's like, nah, man. He's been healthy all year. Luka's been out since Christmas. I'm like, Luka's gonna come back and be fine. Literally, like 3 hours later.
It was 3 minutes into the game.
No, but 3 hours later from my
Yeah.
comment of saying he's going to get hurt, AD leaves with a lower abdomen.
And he's supposed to be out for a
He's
extended
done,
amount of
dude.
time.
He's soft. I think it's a great move for the Lakers.
For people to say that like AD for Luka wasn't fair, like it's dumb. He's a young star going into a team where when LeBron, finally decides to hang it up, he's the face of the Lakers moving forward.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
still young, has a lot of potential. I get they're talking about his weight issues and he's been gaining weight. Apparently he's 280 pounds, apparently. But in NBA, it's not. For his
So
height,
young.
he
needs to get.
yeah, his conditioning will get better, but he's
280 and he's what is he 6'8",
Yeah,
6'9"? Like it's not.
I mean, he's a star on a team that's gonna blow his market up. I think the Lakers won that trade by a lot. They clears by a lot.
I mean, and then say the Mavericks made the call.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it.
It's not like the Lakers
Yeah.
went like the Mavericks made the
That's
call.
why they only had to give up one first-round draft pick.
Right, like I think you had to make that move as a
Yeah.
Laker because now, you got to start thinking life after LeBron and AD is like I was saying, you can't trust him to stay healthy, and he literally got hurt in his first game back with the Mavs. He looked good from what I didn't watch the game, but I've seen the stats. He looked good. His stats look good, but that's AD, dude.
Yeah.
When he wants to be like the dude and dominant, he is. I seen him win us a finals. Like he took over in that playoffs, but you can't count on it.
Yeah.
When AD wants to be, and this is my opinion, when he wants to be, AD can be the best player in the league.
Right.
One of them.
He can be the best player.
I think you have to be able
Flashes.
to.
He has
Well,
flashes.
I think you
But
have
that's what I'm saying. If AD wants to put it all together, he's the most dominant player in the league.
But I think that if you are the best player in the world, you have to be able to control the basketball.
He can if he wants to. AD can.
He's not bringing it up the court, setting up offense.
can.
He could. He did. There's times
He did it when he was
No,
by
but it's
himself
not like,
in
it's not like
Charlotte.
like, when you watch a LeBron or a Luka or a Jason Tatum, like you're like, okay, they have guard abilities as a bigger person. AD's like the prototypical 4 or 5. He's not a 3 that's like versatile.
No, he's not. He's like a stretch 4 at times.
Right, but he's not crossing people over.
No.
Well, he doesn't need to. If he's 7 foot tall, if he wants to shoot a 3 of you, he's gonna shoot it.
Yeah, but like
He can shoot the 3. He can rebound. He's
I mean,
fast.
we all agree that the Lakers win the deal.
It's not even close.
So my initial thoughts when the trade went through is I thought the Mavericks won the trade for now and the Lakers won the trade for long term. That was it first. So I was like, okay, you got Kyrie Irving, you got Klay Thompson, you got Anthony Davis, good kind of mix of guards and bigs. They have a chance to go win the championship this year.
Clay ain't Clay anymore.
Sure, but I'm saying they had a better on paper.
Yeah.
Like,
it worked for them.
like fit than the
I mean,
Lakers.
if you're in the West, you're trying to get past Jokic, right?
Right. Because when you're thinking about it, at that time of the trade,
Well, right now it's probably the Thunder.
yeah.
Yeah, but they haven't won that.
But at the time of the trade, it was LeBron, Luka, Austin Reeves, Dalton
No
Knecht,
bigs.
no bigs.
Rui, like no
Rui
bigs.
maybe, but like no bigs, right? And then they go and do the Mark Williams deal, and you're
I
like,
was just about
and you're like,
to speak about this.
and you're like, okay, now they got a big, and then the deal gets rescinded. So now
Lakers did end up signing Alex Lynn,
okay,
which is a big.
Yeah.
Not Mark Williams.
It's just a
no,
big.
yeah.
so I thought the Lakers would be good for the future. LeBron's going to pass the keys, he's going to retire, and then it's kind of Luka's team.
Yeah,
But when I watched the first game the other day,
it looks good.
they're moving without the ball, they're cutting,
Normally it takes teams. I mean, it was the Pacers,
Yeah.
and the Pacers
Yeah.
don't know what defense is.
but they're like making the extra pass. I thought it was going to be LeBron one-on-one, next possession Luka one-on-one, stay
Right.
in the corner. Next possession LeBron one-on-one, stay in the corner. Austin Reeves, your turn. But
I mean-
they were moving the ball, they were cutting, they were doing a lot of good things.
What's
So,
crazy is like everyone on Twitter and stuff is like, oh my God, how are Luka and LeBron gonna exist in the same team? And it's
Yeah.
like, do you guys understand? Like these are the best basketball players on the world in
High
the world.
IQ. High IQ.
That alone and like they're going to figure it out. They're like I guarantee you Luka did not show up to practice and was like, LeBron, I don't know what to tell you, I'm gonna take the ball. Like that didn't happen.
Yeah.
They game plan for both of them to be able to do their jobs the best that they can. They're the best
Yeah.
basketball players in the world.
And LeBron's
So, like,
good at playing.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron at this age is like he can go give you 30 if he wants, or he can give you 18 assists. Like he's at the age where he can just dish it out now. His IQ is so high, he's gonna make plays for Luka off the ball, and like they're gonna be fine. But what shocked me about the Mark Williams thing was the Lakers are the ones that stopped the deal.
Because he didn't pass the physical.
I get it, and then the Hornets were trying to figure out ways to like I guess take him to court and do like a lawsuit, and then the Lakers didn't give him like a correct physical, some bullshit. But what's crazy to me is like that physical must have been really bad for him to say no. Mark Williams has been a stud this year, and like
Yep.
that Mark Williams and the Lakers with LeBron and Luka would be
And
scary.
he's 23 years old.
Yes,
Flies.
would be scary. So like I'm glad for the league that like he didn't end up with the Lakers because it would have been dominant.
Well, Luka went to the finals last year with Kyrie and
Yeah.
whoever else was on the Mavericks. I think with the Lakers, he's got a better team, and
Yeah.
he's got LeBron, and it's gonna be
And
interesting.
Lakers got their star for years to come. So like I think the Lakers win by a lot to kind of close that one up.
For sure. Okay. Well, let's kind of transition here. Let's go to baseball. Obviously, spring training is coming up soon. Super excited about it. All of us grew up playing baseball. It's
Injected into my veins.
probably all of our favorite sports by a mile.
Except for you, he wants to win our team for NBA
I just
championship.
want to drain threes. Anyways, so I think what would be kind of fun today is pick one or two guys as like a kind of a spring breakout. Obviously, we know Dodgers are going to be great. We know the Yankees are going to be good. We know the Braves are going to be good.
Angels.
Phillies, Angels are going to suck.
That's one of my hot takes. I don't think Yankees make the playoffs, but that's for another day.
Yeah, another day. So the fun thing I think would be, which guys do you guys feel like could potentially make the team out of big league spring training this year? What guys do you think are going to maybe just be later in the season? I'll kick it over to you first, Cody.
Well, I watched Jacob Wilson of the A's, shortstop. His dad was Jack Wilson, played the Pirates. Jacob Wilson was playing for the Las Vegas Aviators, the AAA team out here. I saw that guy just looked different.
I
on
got
the
to
field.
watch him a few times too. He's unreal.
He's unbelievable
Yeah.
at shortstop, unbelievable hitter. He should be the shortstop for the A's this year, especially with them.
He's a monster.
He's going to be really good. That's like a guy I'm really looking forward to watch. And somebody in my card rips, I tell people, I grab all the Jacob Wilson you can right now.
My thing too is put 20 pounds on Jacob Wilson.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be
Kid
good.
already hits for contact, plays amazing defense at short. You put 20, 25 pounds on that kid. I mean, he's already launching him out here in Vegas. So like, you put 20 pounds on him, that kid's
Yeah.
he's gonna give you,
special.
20.
Did he make his
20
debut this last season?
He got pulled up, and then like he was hitting like 484 in AAA, and they brought him up after he was hitting like that after like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
They brought him up, and then he was trying to score from first and like pulled a hammy or something, and I
Okay.
think they shut him down.
For
But
sure.
so like
He's still rookie eligible.
I believe
this
so.
season.
I
Okay.
believe so.
Nice.
And yeah, and then you want my other one?
Yeah, let's hear it.
And then this guy I watched in college at University of Florida, Jack Caglione, the
Monster.
American Ohtani.
Yeah.
I gotta see this guy. I can't picture this guy not doing enough in spring training for the Royals to be like, we got Bobby Witt.
Yeah.
We've added to our bullpen. They got a really nasty bullpen. The Royals this year. They were my team. I kind of I bet them winning the division last year. I seen them making moves to their bullpen where I'm like, a team don't make those moves unless they're trying to win now.
Right.
They got Bobby Witt. They need to get some of these prospects that the Royals have given up. I can't imagine Jack Caglione does not make the Royals better this year. he might be a guy that doesn't come up until May or June.
Okay.
To get that extra year, but look for Cagliari.
I was just gonna ask you that. The only thing that sucks is I watch baseball podcasts like every week, and a lot of them are saying that they don't want him to pitch like at all, even in a relief role. Which I get that there's injury concerns, but when you're throwing 101 miles an hour, at least let him try.
I know, but they got like 5 dudes in their bullpen that do.
Give him an inning a week.
And yeah, to me, 40 or 50 homers is more valuable. So if they,
I mean, if Cagliari don't give you 50 homers, I wouldn't even.
he's 6'6",
But-
265 pounds. He's a monster. Like
The problem with this though is that I'm not gonna say problem. If Jack Cagliari gives you, let's say he hits 25 homers his rookie year, right?
That's a lot for a rookie.
That's what I'm saying. That means he's obviously gonna be. And let's say the next year he follows up with 40. Okay.
Yeah.
I would be comfortable if I'm the Royals to never let that kid see the mound. If that's what coming. If he has 280 with 30 bombs, just not average, that'd be a great career. But let's just say that he has typical numbers to that. I wouldn't let that kid touch the mound. But I can say that with our last conversation. I would say I want Ohtani to pitch. We've seen Ohtani be dominant, so like we haven't seen Cagliari. So if he never pitches and hits like that, like I would be totally fine with the Royals not pitching him. I get it, he throws 100 miles an hour, sure. But
You have an opposite take on Shohei, though, right?
yes.
Okay. So why that specific?
Well, that's what I just said, because we've seen Ohtani be dominant already.
Yeah.
Ohtani, when he, as an Angels fan, when he pitches healthy and he's got his splitter working, he's got his fastball pumping, when he's throwing 90, like he has like Cy Young type stuff. Like that's a guy, like I get it, he's on the Dodgers, they have 48 pitchers that are all top tier pitchers, but Ohtani is one of the filthiest pitchers in the league. Like I want that guy on the mound. Jack Cagliari, like, does he have a breaking ball? I don't know. Does he have an MLB breaking ball? Probably not.
Right.
Is he just gonna throw 100 at you and like hope for the best? Probably. Like, I don't want that kid getting hurt. If we've seen him play at Florida, he's a monster.
Yeah.
Like, let that kid hit.
Yeah.
If the Royals come to it and they need a pitcher, sure. Like, if they need an inning here or there, maybe they give him an inning in a blowout game too. It's like, sure. That's probably gonna happen down, at the AAA level, but
Yeah.
I'd be perfectly fine just letting that kid hit,
For sure.
in my opinion.
And then you got a guy?
For me, like, I'm an Angels fan through and through, so like I was happy when we took Christian Moore. Kid's a monster. I don't know if you watched any of his games back in Tennessee. Like, the kid's gonna be a stud. Like, and the other day I was watching a YouTube video. He was on that Trevor Bauer thing where he pitches to guys or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was Christian Moore facing Bauer, and like to start, like Bauer was kind of giving them 95, 96, seeing where his head's at, and like. I mean, Chris Moore was getting diced up, right? So I'm like, oh my God, the Angels messed up again. Like, there's no way. And like, there was this moment, Christian Moore was like, all right, let me lock in. He says that to Eric Sims, and he was like, go in, get in the bat for me, and I'm going to come back locked in. So Eric Sims goes in, whatever. Christian Moore comes back, launches one, and I'm like, oh my God. So Bauer's like, all right, because they play like a game where he strikes somebody, gets a point, gets hit, whatever. And after Christian Moore launches that homer, like Bauer's like, all right, I'm about to put this kid down. So he starts throwing 98, 99. Christian Moore's fouling him off, shooting gaps. Like, I'm like, oh my God, this kid's gonna be a monster. So, and watching him in watching him in the minors last year, he was hitting like 300. He was not striking out much. His walk percentage was high. He's hitting for power. He's fast, plays good infield. So like, he was checking all the boxes where I'm like, this is a guy I'm getting excited for. It's kind of the same feeling I got when Trout was coming up, when, Zach Neto, that clips were coming out. Logan O'Hoppe, like when we traded for him, I'm getting that same excitement, so I'm hoping that I think he's going to be up this year. I know there's talks of him starting at second base.
Yeah.
We're going to move Luis Rengifo around a little bit, probably put him in third until Yohan Okada's ready. Anthony Rendon, ship him off to Jupiter. I hate that guy now. So if Christian Moore comes up this year, I'll be excited. I mean, if he's not ready, I don't want them to rush him.
Yeah.
But I would be excited to see him again. I think he's like a May, June type of guy. See what he has in AAA this year, and go from there. I mean, with Caden Dana as well, another pitcher, but we saw a little bit of him last year. I don't think he's ready yet.
Yeah. So just kind of going off of the second baseman, it's hard for teams to draft second baseman that high. It's a big risk because you want a guy that can play short usually, and then because those guys can usually play second, can play third, can play outfield. But my guy's also a second baseman. I picked Travis Bazzana. I think Travis Bazzana, Oregon State, got to watch him a bunch of Oregon State. Incredible swing. I think he had like 4 leadoff home runs in a row to start games. Like, I just think he's an electric player, and so I think he's going to have an impact. I think they'll probably manipulate his service time, though. They'll probably bring him up just like your Jack Caglione in May or June. But yeah, I think he's going to be a breakout this year. The other one I have, a little bit controversial, is Christian Campbell from the Boston Red Sox. A lot of people are high on Roman Anthony, but I think Christian Campbell is going to have an opportunity to maybe play better than him. For me, I think he's going to play a little bit more. He's a little bit more versatile, plays both middle infield positions and outfield. So I think he's going to be, I think he's just going to have more impact, right?
Well, so my question to you is though, I mean, this just happened today.
Yeah.
Alex Bregman is going to the Red Sox, so
That's weird.
it takes up another infield spot. So do you think that, because you got to think the Boston outfield, I think is Cedar Rafaela,
Yeah.
Jarren Duran, and I'm assuming Roman Anthony's going to start there this year.
Sure.
So where does that leave room for your guy? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like where do you see that kind of coming?
So, yeah, so you got Roman Anthony in the outfield, which will probably break with the team. I could see Christian Campbell coming up a little bit later from either someone getting injured,
Okay.
or they bring him up. He can play second, he can play short, he can play outfield. If they move Bregman to short, I don't know if they would do that.
I think Bregman's kind of older now. I don't know
Who's
if
the
he.
shorts? Is it Story?
I mean, if he's not injured, sure, but I don't know how long he's out for. So I know he had that catastrophic injury last year. It was against the Angels, so I don't know where he's at his timeline. But let's say he's not. Like, who is their starting shortstop?
Well, and who's their second baseman?
That's a good thing.
Well, Devers got to go somewhere.
He ain't playing second, in my opinion.
Where do you think he's going? So this is my thing. You got
DH?
Tristan Costas at first.
DH?
You got, let's just say, forget Bregman for a second. We've got Devers at third, Tristan Costas at first.
Yep.
You sign another third baseman. Both of them, I think Bregman's, I don't know if he's even capable of playing shortstop anymore.
I
He's
don't
a little
know.
bit older now.
Him
So
and Devers, I don't think either of them can.
either one's got to move to DH. We forgot about Yoshida. He's playing in the outfield for the Red Sox
He'll
too.
start in left,
So-
right?
I mean, there's a lot of places getting clogged for these rookies to even come up. So like, where does Devers go? DH?
I think so.
You gonna DH Devers every day? Like,
He's that good of a hitter. He's not
I
a
mean,
very good
yeah,
defender.
I
He's
don't
that good of a hitter.
disagree.
Yeah.
but
He becomes the new Big Poppy in
do you,
Boston.
if you're Devers, you're like, man, I'm excited for Bregman to come and take my spot. Let me just DH all day.
You gotta be a team guy. Gotta do what's best for the team if you want to win. And I think that actually kind of helps my case with Christian Campbell is Roman Anthony is outfield only.
Yeah.
You got 3-4 guys competing for spots out there. Yes, he's that high of a prospect where they're going to give him a shot. But Christian Campbell can play multiple positions. And I think
What's Christian Campbell on the top 100?
so. Christian Campbell's number 7, and Roman Anthony's number 2.
Wow.
So Christian Campbell hit .330 last year, over 3 teams in the minor leagues, .997 OPS, 20 home runs, 77 RBIs. It's pretty.
Is he a
pretty player.
Is he a big guy, small guy?
He is.
I've never heard anything about this guy.
6'3", 190. So you got a lot of frame to grow into.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, realistically, if Trevor Story is ready to play, I don't know who their second baseman is off the top of my head. But, I mean, if Story gets hurt or slow back, that could be his opportunity to kind of come up and show he has, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Is it Ref Snyder play second
Maybe.
Rob Refsnyder, that's
I
his name.
literally couldn't
I
tell
thought he
you.
was in the Blue Jays, though. No, I'm thinking of,
I'll look it up right now.
it is Rob, I'm thinking of David Schneeman or whatever the fuck his name is. He's on the
Snyder.
You know what I'm talking about, though. I had him on the show for a little bit, but yeah, I'm surprised I haven't. Christian Campbell. I think Roman Anthony's just kind of the spotlight for the Red Sox rookies. It's kind of overshadowed him. To hear that he's at 6th is crazy, though. Who's won? I'm assuming
Who's on? Alright.
it's probably Jack Cagley.
So their starting second baseman for right now is Vaughn Grissom.
Oh, they traded.
That's their prediction.
so
So
shortstop. Trevor Story.
yeah, so right now their prediction is Jarren Duran in left, which is
Which is normal. He played a lot of left last year too, though.
maybe
I'm assuming Rafael.
so Devers. This is I think this is without Bregman.
It is.
So
obviously.
Devers at third, Story at short, Costas at first, Yoshida at DH, Connor Wong at catcher, Wilyer Abreu in right, which I think they'll probably put Roman Anthony out there instead of him. Vaughn Grissom at second base.
So who's the other outfielders? Though?
I didn't see
So
the
they
I didn't see a
Rafael
center
or
fielder
something?
on here at all.
Probably it's got to be Cedar
I
Rafael.
bet Bregman's playing second base.
I would
I
say
could
the
see
same.
that.
I would say the same.
I could see that.
$40 million a year for a second baseman.
Yeah.
He's gonna give you 290, 295 with a little bit of pop still he's got left.
Raphael in center.
Yeah.
I think.
Wait, who's in right then?
Who was it?
Brady, they said.
Yeah, they put Wilyer Abreu.
I thought he was in left. Oh no, Jarren Duran.
Duran. Do you think Duran's a better center fielder than
He's
Rafael?
not. He's not faster now. And Jarren Duran's fast, but like
Yeah.
Cedar Rafael is a monster, and I think I think he was a rookie last year if I'm not mistaken. Either that or second year, but he's got a lot to grow into too, and I think Man, they're probably interchanged. That's how baseball is nowadays. Like,
Injuries.
none of these outfield positions are really like locked. Like,
Yeah.
you'll see Trout sometimes move to like right or left if he's hurt or just coming back. Like, they move around a lot. Aaron Judge has moved a lot from center to right. Mookie Betts has moved a bunch. So like in baseball, it's a little different. It's kind of like basketball now, where there's no solidified 1 through 5. Like, there's no solidified outfielders. Like, they all kind of play the same positions.
For sure. All right, let's get into some top 10 trivia. I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm ready for some top 10.
So who won a week? Well, this is week 1, so we don't have any winners as of right now.
0-0.
So I've got 2 different trivias. I can either ask you guys which one you want to do, or I can pick a random one. You guys want to kind of be able to control your destiny, or you want me to pick?
You pick.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you the 2 that it was, and I'm going to tell you what I'm picking. So the first one is top 10 MLB pitchers with most career strikeouts
Ooh, that's
ever.
fun.
But the one I'm going to go with, make it a little bit easier for you guys, is top 10 active pitchers with most career strikeouts.
Okay.
Okay.
So I can give you. Do you want me to tell you guys the strikeout numbers first?
I don't need anything right now.
Okay.
Clayton Kershaw.
Clayton Kershaw is 3rd with 2968.
Okay. Justin Verlander.
Justin Verlander is 1st with 3,416 strikeouts.
Matt Scherzer.
Matt Scherzer is 2nd with 3,407 strikeouts.
I'll go Garrett Cole.
Garrett Cole is 5th with 2,251 strikeouts.
Jacob DeGrom.
Jacob DeGrom is not on this list. He has been hurt a lot.
So we've gotten 1.
He has gotten 1, 2, 3, and 5.
No Jacob DeGrom. He's been hurt a lot, dude.
Still just thought he had the numbers.
I know.
He was so dominant at the beginning of his career with the Mets and just stanking it up lately.
Logan Webb.
No.
I'm trying to think of guys who've been in the league for a while. I mean,
Right, Tyler.
I'm excited to hear your next name.
Logan Webb? Let me see how many strikeouts.
He throws 200 innings a year. That's the only reason why I was.
Nathan Eovaldi.
He's not, no Eovaldi.
If Webb has more than Evaldi, you can't talk shit to me ever again.
I can tell you he doesn't. Logan Webb has 770 strikeouts.
He's Evaldi.
Tell you more than that. Almost 1,400. Almost double your guy.
Not crazy that I said that.
No, he's.
What's the low?
I'll tell you number 10 is 1,700.
Oh, I
Or
wasn't that far
1,779,
off.
so it wasn't too far off.
Alright. Give me Chris Sale.
Chris Sale's 4th with 2,414.
So am I at 3-2?
You have JV, Chris Sale, and Garrett Cole, 3-2. And you have Max Scherzer and Clayton Kershaw.
I have a name. I'm not sure how dominant he was in his career. What about Charlie Morton?
Charlie Morton is 6th with 2,049, or 47, 2,047.
Fun fact: Charlie Morton and Aaron Nola gave all of our pitchers in spring training like a nice little speech before the season when he was with the Phillies.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
That's cute. It's great.
You Darvish.
Darvish is 8th with 2,007.
Nice. That's a good one.
So it is, what, 3 to 4?
4-3.
3 left.
Which numbers are left?
So you guys have gotten 1 through 5, or 1 through 6. So you have 7, 9, and 10 left.
Okay.
You finished 1 through 6 and 8.
7, 9, and
I'm gonna go Aaron Nola.
Aaron Nola is number 10 with 1,779.
10. Should have said it.
When you said Charlie Morton and Aaron Nola, I was like,
I know.
oh my god.
I know. Aaron's been
So that
pitching
puts
for
us
a
at
while.
what, 4-4? Yeah,
Yeah.
4-4.
4-4.
Here we go.
Damn.
So you've got number 7 and number 9 left.
Gio Gonzalez.
No.
Brother.
I don't even know who that
I'm
is.
just guessing
He
names.
pitched for the Nationals like 6 years ago.
Well, I mean, he's been in the league a while.
He's not in the league anymore.
Oh wait, I do know who that is. He was. I've had him in the show before.
What names you got left?
Not that. You're just giving
Your
up.
names are so bad they're throwing me
I'm
off.
passing. Buy myself more time.
Give me. Is there another clue to give on 7?
Yeah. Give me a second. I want to see if Gio Gonzalez's strikeout numbers were anyways.
Please be 1,000.
240.
Please be 1,000.
Oh, 1,800.
Oh.
Not bad. He retired 4 years ago.
And number 10,
So,
yeah. Number 10 is at what?
1776.
So he would have made the list if he was still active.
Yeah,
Thank you.
4 years
Thank
ago.
you.
5 years ago. So was Sandy Koufax. We fucking are throwing off old guys. Kenta Maeda.
Oh.
Oh.
That's a good guess. That's a really good guess. Holy shit. Dodgers, Twins. That's a good one.
I got another guess. I just remembered it. I had it earlier.
I have one. Might be retired. Most likely is retired. I'm going Madison Bumgarner. Is he retired?
You just leave. Open the door and walk out.
All right, so you want Sonny Gray?
It's not Sonny Gray. You guys giving up on this one? You guys go for the
No.
tiebreaker on 9?
I don't. I mean, at this point,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm done.
It's Lance Lynn.
Oh, that's a good one. Do you remember him pitching for you guys?
Yeah.
I don't. I don't remember him pitching for the Dodgers. Lance
He
Lynn.
sucked, though.
Yeah, he was great.
Dude. And then
I mean, I'm shocked you guys didn't get that.
the other guy?
You guys giving up on that one too? He's calling a tie for this one?
Yeah.
Other guy is Johnny Cueto. The only reason why he's on this list is he pitched for the Angels last year. I think pitched 3 games.
Me either. Actually, I named a lot of inactive guys. All right, well, thank you guys for tuning in this week. Comment down below. Hit the big red subscribe button. Follow us on all social medias at the Water Cooler Boys.
If you guys have any questions or shit you want us to talk about next time, just drop it in the comments. We'll definitely address the next podcast.
Peace.
Later.